you don't?
Because I'm gonna go fishing. Can I have a hug? I'm gonna go bye-bye. Miss you. Hello everyone, and welcome to beautiful northern Wisconsin. I am at the Turtle Flammable Flowage near Mercer, Wisconsin, and I am canoeing out to my first solo overnight camping trip on an island. This will probably be the most remote camping experience that I've done since I was truck camping up in Michigan by Copper Harbor. So I'm pretty excited to get into it. I got maybe another 30 minutes of rowing to get to this island, and I'm gonna set up camp. The first thing I gotta do is probably get a tent set up and the fire going and get some food on, because the food I brought with me is perishable. So that's gonna be the first thing I gotta at least work on. Well, I almost got lost there for a minute, but I ended up going the right way. Had to double check the map. Always bring a map with you. Always bring a map. Well guys, here's my home away from home. It's just right around the corner here. There's a campsite. Well, here we are guys. Looks like we made it unscathed. Little landing area. Now this is a remote campsite, meaning that it does not have the same amenities as some of the other more popular spots on the lake, but it will make do. First thing I gotta do is set up camp and get a fire going. Sun's getting a little low in the sky, so I gotta be quick about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get at it. Alright, so I bought this tent out in California. I was hoping to use it. I never ended up getting a chance to use it, so I think it's like a little like backpacking tent. It was a little. I've set this up before for practice. It was a little tricky setup, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up and get camp squared away. Alright, after messing around with the top of this tent here, the cover, for like 10 minutes, I finally got it. It's not like a typical square shape for a tent, it's like a diamond shape, so it's a little different, but I got it. Well, I got half camp set up. I genuinely looked around and looked for like flat ground to set my tent up on, and there really wasn't much other than this little spot here. I did check for any window makers. Everything seems pretty good. Alright guys, time to get some firewood. Well guys, I think it might be time to retire my little Corona saw. I've had that thing for like 15 years. But anyway, I do need to get a fire going. I did cut some small stuff and some medium-sized stuff and some big stuff, but I'll have to cut some more logs tonight just to keep the fire and maintain it overnight. So, and we've gotten plenty of rain here, but everything does seem a little dry. So I'm going to be a little bit on the careful side with how big I make my fire tonight. So, but I might sneak away and try to do some fishing first before I get the fire going, just because it is getting dark. So I'm gonna go gear up and get ready to get out in the lake. Well, here it is, guys. This is my fly rod I ordered off of Amazon, and I set it up the other day. It took me forever. I was under the impression that all the line would come with welded loops. It did not. So I spent a lot of time learning how to tie my fly line on to my backing line and my backing line onto my reel and how to tie a fly on, and it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot and it was frustrating, but yeah, here it is. I have it mostly set up. The problem I have is that it does this free spin thing and it spools up. I don't know if fly rods are supposed to do that, but every time I'm trying to cast the thing, the darn thing spools up on me. I don't know if I put too much fly line on, or if it's my reel, or if it's user error, but either way, I can't learn unless I get out and try it. Alright guys, I'm going to try right out in the water right over here and kind of where it opens up a bit. I did bring some red worms. So if the fly doesn't work, I'm gonna try some red worms. And I did bring a traditional pole to try as well. So I'm gonna give it all I got and see what comes up. What the heck? I caught my first fish with a fly rod. Look at that. Crappie. All right. Not too bad. Now I know I'm throwing this fly rod horribly, casting horribly, but hey, look at that. Well, I still got a lot to learn, guys, with that fly rod, but hey, it was a lot of fun. But I gotta get a fire going because I'm running out of daylight, so let's get cracking. Alright guys, I did a little bit of fishing today and I got camp set up and a fire going, and before I start cooking, I want to give you a quick walk around of what camp looks like here. Got my good fire going, tent set up, a little bit of wood stashed away for later. That needs to get sawed up yet in the pieces. And yeah, this is my little piece of paradise for now. Down here is where I parked the canoe. I got the lake right here to go fishing anytime I feel like it. Yeah, and that's set up. If anybody is wondering what campsite I am at the Turtle Flammable Flowage, I am at R25. And you have the rules here. Just cut dead timber is basically the main rule here. Cut dead down timber and not live stuff. So follow the rules, guys, and we can have really nice campsites like this. Great view, nice flat spot to sleep, and there's even a toilet down that way. Well, it's more like a hole in the ground, but it'll do in a pinch. So you're all wondering, what's for dinner? Well, I was up in Michigan a couple days ago, picked up this pasty, it's called, pasty. So in Upper Michigan, they have these like bready pastry things with meat and rutabaga and pork and beef inside them, and they're pretty popular. So I picked one up. I'm gonna give it a try today. You're supposed to cook them in the oven, but I don't have an oven. I do have a hot skillet right now, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it on a skillet and throw some tin foil over the top and just let it, you know, slowly heat up to temperature in the skillet with it, and hopefully not burn it, but we'll see. All right, so I got my skillet. I'm gonna throw a little bit of butter in there. Maybe that'll help keep it from burning. We'll see how that works. Okay. Alright, so I got my butter. Don't mind the little ashes. Ashes never hurt anybody. Alright, so then I have my pasty. There it is. Alright. Put that on there. It smells good. Grab some tin foil. I'm always horrible at ripping this stuff. And judging how much I need. Alright, okay, I think I got it. Alright, so the idea is this is going to work like a Dutch oven, sort of. And we're going to cook it over the fire, not right directly over the fire, but to the side here, so it just kind of comes to temperature. I'll check it in maybe 20 minutes or so. All right, it's cooking well, guys. I did throw some more wood on the fire, so I had to move it back a bit. It was getting a little bit toasty on the bottom, not too bad, but I went to go look at it and started falling apart a little bit, so I think it's getting pretty close. I'm gonna cut it open here in a minute or two, and once this fire dies down, and check to see if it's done. All right, guys, I think we're about done here. Oh, it's a little, I mean, it's not too bad on the bottom. I just mainly want to check inside. I think we got it. It seems like it's to temp. It's pretty hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and make myself some place to eat. Alright guys, here's the final product. Nice and steamy pasty. So I'll give this a try. And I have my PBR. It's basically leftovers from beer brats the other night. So, cheers. Alright. Looks like potatoes, ground beef, some more veggies. Pork. Hot. It's good. Got a boat coming by. Yeah, overall it's very good. I like it. Maybe a little bit of salt, but even then, like, it's very good. So I'm gonna eat this up tonight and relax. Maybe cook some s'mores. Just kind of chill. Maybe watch a movie in the tent later.
I wake up from the sunshine on my face, so dehydrated, don't know what to say. Who's sleeping by my side? What did I do last night? Can someone make this headache go away? Yesterday was supposed to be quiet, being to myself and sit in silence, until I got a call. My friend showed up at my door. They wanted me to go out for a while. We were dancing in the dark with a feeling in our eyes. Felt like we had dancing in the dark. Whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Every morning after feels the same. I know I only have myself to blame for drinking way too much. I guess I got caught up. Can someone make this headache go away?